think has more choice in terms of who to marry? Girl who did not? Be honest, guys. I think there's this idea that moral people get love in the world. And I just, from what I've observed and seen, I don't think that's true. I don't think the moral men really get love. I don't think the most moral women get love either. I mean, Cleopatra is one of the most powerful seductresses in all of history. That woman was able to gluck her way to a lot of power. And that, I mean, she couldn't have did it if she was ugly. She could not have did it if she was ugly. Beautiful people have a tendency to get away with murder. And you might think, who would marry her? Now, I want to read an excerpt from the adult film actress Riley Reid. She said, I earned millions from doing corn, but my adult film career ruined my life. Now remember, you might think her life is over because she did do corn. The former corn star has revealed regret over her X-rated career, which she claimed ruined her life. Riley Reid, who lives in a $4.8 million mansion, featured an emotional video on Twitter. The 31-year-old, whose real name is Ashley Matthews, said she lost her whole family after entering the world of adult entertainment. She said those in the business have to be okay with being shamed every day of your life. In the clip, which has been viewed more than 2.4 million times, she can be seen sitting on a desk in a baggy jumper saying, has anybody seen my pants? Okay. Speaking directly to the camera, she begins, I've lost my whole family and it sucks. So a lot of times when people ask me if they should do corn, I tell them no. It makes life really hard. It makes dating really hard. It makes your family really hard. It makes intimacy really hard. If you're putting yourself out there and the world is judging you, you have to be okay with being shamed every day of your life. At the time, she said, I don't want to have children because I do corn, because I'm worried of the way people will treat my child. With me personally, my mom was supportive in the beginning. She just kind of let me do whatever. Not that she thought it was a good thing, but I had a lot of freedom. As time progressed and I became successful, I started to feel like my mom was using me so she could live a more luxurious lifestyle. When I started to set boundaries, not giving her money or things like that, it made our relationship more difficult and almost toxic. So it sucks. I don't have a mom anymore. I don't talk to her. I miss having a mom. I feel like you can't rewind. You can't go back. I don't have that relationship with her anymore. I don't think that I ever will, and it bums me out a lot. I talk to my dad, and he struggles with my job. He's very religious. It's for all the guys that think they can control the universe. You can't. Recently, I wanted to go visit him, and he said that I can't go visit because his wife does not want me there. I'm not allowed to visit my dad anymore because my stepmom doesn't like that I do corn. But then I was like, well, we can go get coffee or breakfast. And he was like, I don't want to be seen in public with you. I lost my family. I don't talk to my brothers. I think that they all kind of tried to take advantage of me. And they're just like my dad, and I don't want to be around it. Riley concludes the clip with a dramatic sigh as she rests her head on the table. In 2021, Riley was estimated to be earning up to $500,000 a month by selling content on a subscriber site, OnlyFans. She bought a 4-bedroom, 6-bathroom mansion situated on a massive 3.6-acre lot in California for $4.8 million in cash. Now, you might think it's over, right? Her family abandoned her. She's done. Nobody's going to take her seriously. Guys, she sucked off like 10 dudes at the same time on camera. That's what she has done on the internet. That's what she's done. Okay? Now, you might think she's over. It's over with. Let's go to the slideshow. So this was her then. Obviously a very good-looking girl. Obviously. Okay. Married. Kid. Now she gets to live. And that's why I really got to ask the religious people that are having all these corn stars on. Why would a woman not start an OnlyFans at 18, make a bunch of money, and then join the church after, delete it off the internet? Why? Why not? Okay, so all the women, and I want to visualize this. So we got Nala Ray. That's her husband. And then this is also another corn star. It also got both of these women got banged out on camera. I would say both of their husbands are above average. Think about how difficult it is for men to get an above average looking girl. Above average status girl. Think about how difficult that is. She got banged out on camera. I mean, men have to go through trials and tribulations just to get a 6. She got banged out on camera and she's dating ex-military Chad. This guy's not a Chad, but I would say he does above average in income. And they're both influencers and make money off of it. Here we got Riley Reid. Now I want you to ask yourself, who do you think would have more opportunity? This, I Googled, what is an average? I did not like that she kind of looked like me. I Googled an average looking girl in the United States. The average women are slightly overweight generally because they have to work. The corn stars, their job is to be hot. Who do you think has more choice in terms of who to marry? Girl who did not? Be honest, guys. As most of you know, I have been fighting on the front lines of the simp epidemic for years, but I need to tell you about a quiet weapon being ratcheted up against men that is rarely talked about. It's not just the relentless anti-masculinity propaganda and OnlyFans hoes causing the societal issues that we discuss on this show. Did you know that the average city's tap water contains trace pharmaceuticals and endocrine disruptors? This often includes estrogen from birth control. The average adult consumes a credit card worth of plastic every single week. That's 5 grams of plastic a week on average. So it's no wonder that the average male's testosterone is half of what the average was 50 years ago. Testosterone levels decline 1% a year, and without a course correction, we are headed towards extinction. No matter how based you are, you need to be naturally boosting your testosterone. My friends at Chalk, CHOQ.com, are on a mission to save mankind from extinction by boosting your vitality. Chalk's Male Vitality Stack contains premium and potent herbs clinically studied to naturally boost your testosterone levels, sperm count, and overall vitality. Just one of the many ingredients in the Male Vitality Stack was studied in double-blind human clinical trials to boost total testosterone 20% in 90 days. When you boost your testosterone, you'll have more mental clarity, you're more capable of making decisions and taking risks. Having high testosterone will also affect your pheromones, so women will find you more attractive subconsciously. Get the Chalk Male Vitality Stack right now on chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. Use my name Pearl as your coupon code and you'll get 25% off site-wide on chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. My name Pearl is the discount code. Who has more choice? Beauty is powerful. I have seen women get away with murder because they're beautiful. I mean, men, they talk a big game, right? They really do. And dating coaches will say this too. They'll say, I wouldn't date that. I wouldn't date that. A lot do fold under pressure. They start banging the girl and they're in love. I mean, they're in love immediately. She could have banged 3 of his friends and they'll still be in love. It's insane. Now, you could argue the women are too damaged and they'll leave later, right? Like, obviously, this is not going to last forever. But this girl's going to leave too. So the men will start thinking, you might wonder, how did these women get wifed up? Well, the guys look at the market, right? And they say, well, this bitch is going to leave. This bitch is going to leave. Fuck it. Give me the hot one. A lot of times that's how it goes. Well, of course I look better. She's got like 40 pounds on me. But you don't need to... You guys don't need to help me cope here. I did not like that there was a resemblance. I was not excited. I was like, we kind of have the same head shape, like eye color, haircut, whatever. I'm moving on. But yeah, so again, she's gonna have more choice. Who's gonna have more choice? The girl on the left, the girl on the right, or her? Mid women cannot do what hot. On the bright side, when you are mid, for some reason, men have a tendency to think that mid women are less promiscuous, when really mid women have to have lower prices because the hot women cost more. Except in this case, obviously these are the ones that chose corn. Even Madonna. Now you might think, well, but women, we got to get rid of this revenge fantasy, right? This idea that women are going to die alone. Women will die alone, but women will still get what women want in general until they run out of money or get fat. But for example, and even if they do that, there's always going to be a guy. In female world, what women want is not marriage and not children. I don't know how society hasn't made that really clear. Women are killing their kids more than they're having them, right? A third of women have had an abortion. 1 out of 3 women you see, one of them's killed their kid. So knowing that, what women want is freedom. Women don't like being under the provisioning of a man because it gets rid of freedom. You can't go to the club anymore. You can't go to events anymore. You can't dress like a slut anymore. Women want to be able to dress like whores. Women want to be able to make their own money and have complete control over spending it. And women want to be slutted out forever. Women might want a guy during the period they have a child, but in general, women are pushing off motherhood and family as long as humanly possible and getting out as quick as humanly possible. So I really don't know why we think they're the nurturing gender. Now, every time women get back on the market, women's price goes down substantially, right? Like at 20, I mean, when you're 20, men will drive to the ends of the earth to be with you. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you say, no, I'm okay, like men will beg. When you're 30, they're like, I didn't really like you anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's just not, when you're 40, it's even less. Now, we are in an inflated economy. The fatter women get, and the older we push off marriage and the more ran through. We do have inflation right now where men are really overpaying. And an example is here we have Madonna. Now, Madonna, she looks weird, obviously. But even her, she's dating an above average guy. He's an athlete. He is, I would say, for men, he is above average. Now, you might say, well, he's not taking her seriously, but at this rate, she has her kids. She doesn't need to take him seriously either. Obviously, her price is like free basically now.